Hello and welcome to all artists who are here and ready to take the action needed to move your career to the next level. My name is Susan Mumford, aka @Susan J. Mumford, and I'm here to tell you about making it as an artist in the 21st century. Now, this video is the 5th of 10 weekly tips ahead of a course with the same name, that is, Making It as an Artist in the 21st Century. And regardless of your stage of career, whether you're just starting out or are mid-career, this tip, just like the course, is for you. Now, after watching this video, be sure to click the link on this page to see full details on that course and freely register your place. Now, looking to last week, we addressed the pricing of art. The topic for this week is income streams and matching those income streams to targeted audiences. So I've got 4 points to cover. I'll kick off now. The first point is having a combination of speculative and guaranteed income streams. I'll explain. Take, for example, an artist who is just starting out. Now, I once mentored an artist who had a wonderful setup with a quote-unquote day job. 1 week she would do the office job, and the next week she would be in the studio and repeat again. She had this arrangement for a very long time. And so you can see the day job, that was the guaranteed income, and the studio work, well, that was more along the lines of the speculative income in terms of would she sell her works or would she not? Now, if we want to then move into an example of an artist who's a bit more established, somebody who's perhaps even full-time, you still want to think about how can you have a combination of speculative and guaranteed. Well, the speculative for a more established artist would be works that are going into shows, pieces that you're going to be exhibiting but you can't really guarantee if they're going to sell or not. Whereas guaranteed forms of income could be, say, the rental of works of art, in which I would expect you to have 6 to 12 month rental contracts, as well as custom-made, also known as bespoke, commissions that you've lined up for which you're taking multiple payments whilst you're creating that work of art, the works of art. So that's the first point. Second point is then having a combination of goods and services, which are usually related to one another. Examples of some goods would be the works of art themselves. Perhaps you would also have books or catalogs. Some artists even have things like art greeting cards and calendars. You could have other ways, other forms of merchandise, not to mention digital art as well. But then when you look at services, that could actually be the service of offering, say, commissions, like we were just talking about, or things that you actually don't think about at first, but they could be added value services, such as framing, transporting art, and even installing it. And the thing about services, when we're talking about goods and services as types of income streams, is that some services artists actually don't really appreciate have got a real value, such as framing. So when you notice people are asking for that service, remember that that's something that you can by all means charge for. Now, the third point is matching the audience to the income stream. Not every single income stream is going to have the same audience. And of course, if you're trying to sell to everyone, you're going to end up selling to no one by and large. At least that's what they say with the whole motto of market to everyone, you market to no one. So I encourage you to be really specific on who you're targeting. Now, an example is myself. When I was an art consultant in London, I one time analyzed my sales invoices, and I noticed that my best clients, more than 50% of them, were other American women in London. So what that meant is I started very specifically for art consulting jobs, big jobs in which I was sourcing works of art, commissioning works of art, installing collections, you name it. I was actually going to a lot of American women in London networking groups and events. So I really clearly specified the demographic, and I want you to think about that for each type of offering that you have. Who are the ideal clients? And what you want to do is go after those exact people. Think about their professions, their age, where they're located, their jobs, that kind of thing. And you might even find that some people move from one demographic into another, such as someone who starts by buying, say, prints by you, and eventually when they're in that job that is actually in that demographic of buying unique works of art, they actually, in fact, move in to buying your unique works of art. So think about being really, really specific about targeting people and even segment your mailing list. Give them different campaigns, different calls, and the like. Now, the final point is being open to creating new income streams based on what your existing audience is asking for. So if you notice that you have several clients who have asked about framing and you're not offering it, think about that as actually being something that your existing audience is indeed seeking, and it actually does work within the overall framework of what you're doing in your career as a professional artist. And remember too, with that point, that it's easiest to sell to your existing client. How does that sound? It sounds great, doesn't it? Now it's time to take action. I encourage you to take some time now to think about your income streams and how to match who you're going to be targeting to and how exactly you're going to organize that for the days, the weeks, and the months to come. It's a great way to proactively work on your business. As for next week's video tip, we'll be focusing on the exhibiting of your art. Ready to go? Brilliant. Be sure to check out details of making it as an artist in the 21st century on this very page. Be sure to freely register your place. And the course can be paid for in 3 installments. I'm a big believer that anyone can do this. Building a sustainable career as an artist is a matter of taking the stepping stones, and bit by bit, you get there. Art is your life. Make it your living.